Hi guys, right, before I go any further, first of all, the title should have told you anyway, but if you've managed to accidentally come across this video not knowing what it's about, it's talking about Mass Effect 3, the ending, and it's going to be completely full of spoilers, so if you've not completed Mass Effect 3 yet, do not watch this video, and now you've been warned. So, what it is a few people do know I do enjoy Mass Effect and I love everything about it. So a few people have been saying, what did you think of the ending? And I just thought I need to just do a dedicated video just to tell you exactly my thoughts on it. Now I'm not going to go into great depth about all these different theories and everything like that because it's all on the internet, it's all documented, you know what I mean? You can look into it very easily and I'm not going to sit there talking about it. I just wanted to tell you a few things that annoyed me and my overall feeling of Mass Effect 3, the ending. So first of all then, the best way to describe it is if somebody tells you to go to the cinemas and watch a movie, and it's the best movie in the entire world, and when you go there and you watch it and it's a mediocre movie, you come away feeling disappointed because it's not as good as they told you, but at the same time it works the opposite way. So if they tell you don't go to watch it because it's terrible, and again you come away saying it's mediocre, you actually go, it's a lot better than I thought and I'm quite happy with the movie. And that's the kind of effect that I had on Mass Effect. So, see, double effect, see you're playing words there. But what it was is a friend told me Mass Effect 3 ending's terrible, it's ruined the franchise, and he just really said it was diabolical. So with that, I've prepared myself for the worst ending possible, and when I got towards the end I was like, so far so good, I can't see what he's complaining about. And then within the last 5 minutes, obviously we all know now, you've got your A, B or C ending, and then when you pick it you kind of get the same ending no matter what, just with slight tweaks towards the end. Now after watching that, first of all I was like, this isn't too bad, because first of all I kind of assumed that everybody was going to die, and I also read on the internet Miranda was dead. So with that I thought, oh here it is, I'm going to see everyone die now and I don't want that to happen. And all I did is see Shepard burn up because he decided to jump in and obviously sacrifice himself, and everybody survived. So with that I was like, you know what, this is a good ending, I'm happy with it, what they're moaning about. And I jumped on Facebook and went, it's not as bad as everyone thought, psh, sent, and that was it. But then obviously I managed to sit down and think about it a bit, and then a few things started to niggle me. Like, first of all, if my entire team was with me and next minute they're on the Normandy, how did they get there? Because you can't teleport. And then the other thing was, obviously Joker's flying in the Normandy and then he crash lands on a planet, but that planet's not Earth, and therefore that means they're no longer in our solar system. So they've gone through one of the mass relays that have blown up, and even if he got through it before it blown up, why did he leave me for dead and run off? So just first of all, that made me go, there's kind of some plot holes. And then with obviously going on the internet, you can find 1,001 different plot holes with the actual ending. So it started to make me think, you know what, this ending is actually quite a bad ending. So the other thing I was thinking really is obviously from Mass Effect 1, if you did something or killed somebody, Mass Effect 3 they're dead still, and that kind of affects it, which was awesome, but it doesn't feel like all the decisions you've done throughout the entire games actually change the ending whatsoever. You could have gone through that doing whatever you want, and at the end of it you would have still got the same kind of multiple choice and you would have just selected it. So with that, it just feels like a very cheap ending to a game. It just feels like it was rushed and they just didn't think about it. Unless you go with the indoctrination theory, which is absolutely awesome theory. If you don't know about it, go down below, but what it is simply saying that the last few scenes didn't happen and Shepard never went up to the Citadel. Now, out of the 16 alternative endings, I think it is, one of the endings shows somebody in an N7 armour breathing for a slight second in concrete rubble. Now, if it's concrete, obviously the Citadel wasn't made out of concrete, so therefore he's probably down in London with a few bricks and everything all across him. So therefore, he never got up there. He probably got trashed a bit when he was running actually to the beam, and then everything else was in his head. Now, if that's the case, if that's what they're going to go with this alternative ending, then that's awesome, because they're kind of just cancelling all the shit that they actually wrote and saying none of this actually happened, which fixes instantly all the plot holes. So with one foul swoop, they could actually fix everything, which is awesome. Now, it kind of leaves me in two situations here. One, they could fix it, which is absolutely awesome, but I'm still angry, because I don't know if they had this up the sleeve already, because in some breaths they're saying like, oh, or keep your save game in, oh, this isn't the end of it. So kind of putting a few things out on Twitter and stuff, trying to imply that they always had this up their sleeve. Now if they did, that's really pissed me off, because I want Mass Effect, all of it, on the disc. Like, for instance, 10 years from now, say Xbox Live doesn't work anymore, I want to go back through these games and play them again. And I don't want to go, oh, I can't play the ending because I can no longer pull down the DLC because the network's no longer active. And even so, it's not even the fact that I may or may not be able to get this DLC in the future. The thing is, I've spent the money on the collector's edition and I've got all the games and I just want it there in one thing. I don't want it to be released later on, and it just feels annoying. I'm personally annoyed that I've got to wait for the ending. So if it was up their sleeve all along, that's annoying to go, here's the game, kind of, you can have the rest of it later. Or if they're actually deciding to do the DLC because they've kind of held their hands up and gone, yeah, we fucked up, then fair enough. It's annoying that they gave us a crap ending, but I'm kind of happy that they're actually going to fix this now. But it still doesn't necessarily damage the entire game for me. A lot of people are like, oh, it's dead to me. I think Mass Effect, the entire universe, everything, not just the games, the books, the comics, everything is just a beautiful universe, and I love every single thing about it. And the ending, like I said, it's more annoying when you start to think about it more and more and more. When I first played it, it wasn't so bad, but thinking about it now, they themselves should have known they was doing wrong in the first place. If anything, the thing that's annoyed me more than anything is they did do this. They actually put it on the disc, they shipped it out and went, that should be fine. And it's not. And they must have known that. They must have gone, somebody's probably going to complain actually at this multiple choice ending and all these plot holes. Unless, like I said, then it was always up the sleeve. And if it was always up the sleeve, then they're kind of setting the standard now for games, saying, look, we can get away with it. We're going to release DLC and it's going to be the alternative endings. And I think a lot of games, few games have already done it, but the thing is, obviously, DLC is always pushing the boundaries, what they can get away with. And I think if this gets away with it, if they charge, one, I'm going to buy it because obviously I need to get this ending. But two, the problem is everyone's going to see that everyone buys the ending, and then that's it. Floodgates are open, and everyone's going to start doing it. So the only thing BioWare can do now is just give it us for free. So that's it. That's all I can say on it. I think it's a great game. I don't think it's damaged the franchise as much as people have said, but at the end of the day, it is disappointing. So thanks for watching, guys. Cheers. Bye.